Everybody in Oak Ridge, Texas believed they knew who they were. Rich side, poor side, white side, black side. No mixing, no exceptions, and definitely no love stories crossing that line. That's what they believed, until Maya Carter walked into a diner on the wrong side of town and sat across from Ethan Walker. Maya was 24, black, sharp-tongued, and tired of pretending she didn't notice the looks. She worked 2 jobs, mornings, at a nonprofit and nights serving. Drinks at Blue Root Bar. Her mom used to say, "Baby, this country loves your labor, but hates your presence." Maya learned that lesson early. She didn't hate America. She just didn't trust it. Ethan came from a whole different world. White, 28, old money, rich, generations owning land rich. His dad, Richard Walker, was one of the most powerful real estate developers in Texas, the kind of man who smiled on TV and whispered ugly things behind closed doors. Ethan hated all of it. He drove a beat-up pickup instead of a Porsche, wore thrift store jackets, and told people he was between jobs. The truth was, he was running from his last name. That diner wasn't supposed to be special. Cheap coffee, cracked vinyl seats, a place where truckers ate and locals argued about politics. Maya only stopped there because her car overheated. Ethan was already inside when the waitress messed up Maya's order and rolled her eyes. Ethan snapped, "Yo, she asked for almond milk." "It's not that hard." Maya looked at him surprised. Most people stayed quiet. She smirked. "You always jump into other people's problems, or is today special?" Ethan shrugged. "Guess I woke up choosing justice." They laughed. And just like that, something shifted. They talked for 3 hours about bad bosses, racist coworkers, student loans, and why America felt like it was always angry. Ethan never mentioned money. Maya never asked. When they finally stood up, Maya said, "Look, I don't usually do this, but you want to grab dinner sometime?" Ethan smiled. "Yeah, I really do." Neither of them noticed the old man in the corner booth watching them. Maya's best friend Tasha didn't even try to hide her concern. "Girl, he's white. And not like cool white. He looks like my daddy votes Republican white." Maya rolled her eyes. "You don't even know him." Tasha leaned closer. "I know this town. And this town don't forgive mixed love stories." Maya laughed it off. She shouldn't have. Their first real date was at a casual rooftop bar. Everything was perfect until a drunk guy at the next table muttered, "Damn, bro. You really downgraded." Ethan stood up fast. "Say that again." The guy laughed. "Relax, man. Just joking." Maya grabbed Ethan's arm. "Let it go." But the damage was done. The silence afterward felt heavy. Ethan whispered, "I'm sorry you got to deal with that." Maya looked straight at him. "I deal with it every day." "Question is, can you?" Weeks passed. Feelings grew fast, too fast. But Ethan kept dodging questions about his family. One night Maya pushed, "Why do you act like your past is radioactive?" Ethan finally said, "Because if you knew who my father was, you might walk." Maya crossed her arms. "Try me." He didn't. That was mistake number 1. Ethan invited Maya to a friend's engagement party. She showed up stunning. The moment they walked in, silence, whispers, eyes. A woman gasped, "Richard, isn't that your son?" Maya turned slowly. Standing across the room was Richard Walker. Power suit, cold eyes. He looked at Maya like she was a stain. Later that night, he pulled Ethan aside. "You embarrass this family." Then he looked at Maya and said quietly, "Girls like her don't belong in our world." Maya heard every word. Outside, Maya didn't yell. That scared Ethan more. "So this is who you are," she said calmly. "You didn't forget to tell me." "You chose not to." Ethan tried to explain. Maya stepped back. "I don't date secrets, and I don't date men who need permission to love me." She walked away. Ethan didn't chase her. That was mistake number 2. 2 days later, Maya got fired. No warning, no explanation. That same night, Ethan found out his father had quietly bought the nonprofit Maya worked for. When Ethan stormed into his father's office, Richard smiled and said, "This is just the beginning. You walk away from her, or I burn her entire world down." Ethan didn't sleep that night. He sat in his truck outside Maya's apartment till sunrise, hands shaking on the steering wheel. The next morning, Maya woke up to an eviction notice taped to her door. By noon, rejection emails flooded her phone. Someone was erasing her. Ethan snapped. He walked into Walker Developments and slammed his hands on his father's desk. "You're destroying her life." Richard replied calmly, Don't confuse morals with power. Ethan walked out. That night he called the press. Independent journalists, podcasts, digital outlets. He sent proof. Emails, contracts, recordings. One line went viral. People like her need to be reminded where they belong. By morning, Oak Ridge was on fire. Protests, hashtags, sponsors pulling out. Maya found out from Twitter. Her life was trending. Ethan stood at her door, exhausted. I couldn't stay silent anymore. She didn't answer. Richard denied everything on TV. That's when Maya spoke. Calm, clear. She told America how racism didn't always shout. Sometimes it smiled while destroying your future. Others came forward. Lawsuits followed. Richard Walker wasn't canceled. He was exposed. Outside the courthouse, Maya watched him pass. Smaller than ever. Ethan stood beside her but didn't touch her hand. Not yet. I don't know if I can trust you again, Maya said. That's fair, Ethan replied. But love shouldn't require silence. Then let's be loud. Months later, Maya built her own nonprofit. Ethan walked away from the empire. They didn't get a fairy tale ending. They got a real one. In a country that tried to tear them apart, they chose to stand, together, visible, unapologetic. Love doesn't ask permission. It demands truth.